today we are going to hit the highway with another load. And this one is a little bit precarious. I'm semi-nervous because we are doing this at a time of year where it's kind of hit and miss with the conditions of the roads. So 2 mountain passes, there is moisture predicted to be here on the deck where we are now, which is basically sea level, and we're going to be traveling up over 4,000 feet. So the goal here is to get through those 2 passes before the rains come down here and obviously the snow up there. And I just rather not have to chain up the truck, and I have a trailer, it's going to be loaded. So come along for the ride, and we'll see how this goes. Almost ready to go. Let me show you the load and explain this a little bit. So I really wanted to bring more with me because I have all this deck space, and I wanted to put my grater blade that I've been working, my scab, called Scabby grater blade. It is a pull behind 2 blade thing that I found a piece that's literally scrap metal, but it was welded together as a bit of a blade system. Anyways, that's not coming with me today. Unfortunately, I am up against kind of racing the clouds. It's maybe hard to see in the video, but back there's a dark cloud system coming, and it is coming this way. So, and I am headed that way. So it's bright there. Good thing where I'm going. Hopefully I don't run into any storms. It's a little bit, like I said, it is a little risky. Okay, back to my load. So I've got the Escape Artist. This is going to take the place of Carry. If some of you have been watching these, we have a Suzuki Carry, right-hand drive, awesome little rig. It's in the shop over there right now, getting some very much needed TLC, CV joint and windshield and things like that. So anyways, project on that. I need something to drive while I'm up there. Just driving the big truck around is just too bulky, and I'd rather not start it up for these kind of little work projects on the ranch. So I'm bringing this guy up here. Has been one of the vehicles we've driven around for the last few years, up and back and forth. The transmission is weak, but I think it'll last up there. I put my snow tires on it. Here's my tie downs. So I have done a few vehicle hauls in my life, and I just know that you want to tie the unsprung weight. I don't have tire straps, so this is the next best thing. I have crisscross tied the lower, as low on the control arms as I can possibly get there, and then I have cross strapped them, obviously 4 ways, tied forward, ties backwards, so it's kind of tied into itself. And unfortunately this vehicle does not have a parking brake working anymore, so it's in park obviously, and we're gonna hit the highway. See, it's not very heavy, obviously. It's gonna be fairly easy pull, and I wish I had more on it, but anyways, I got to get going because, like I said, that weather system is coming, and I don't want to get caught with snow in a snowstorm while I'm on the highway, especially with the trailer loaded. Okay, buddy, here we go. Gonna hit the road. Yeah, you excited? Traveler. Yeah, you're the traveler. So one of the things I didn't explain earlier was kind of the other reason I'm so ambitious to get this trip, do this trip today. And I've done a bunch of these loads now. Is I just want to beat the snow before, just to get some loads up the highway is important to me. important to the ranch. But the other thing is that I have a roof half done on one of the cabins that we're building, a rental cabin for the campground, and it's okay for the time being, but it would not be great to leave that for the winter. And so I really just want to keep chipping away at that. It's quite a bit of a job, especially by myself. I know a little bit not the best case scenario, let's say, to go up there and do roofing on my own, but I do have some safety precautions in place. And so here we go. We are on our way. Okay, well, we're just making it over the last mountain pass here. Few patches of snow beside the road, but nothing to worry about. Nice dry highway. Almost a little bit sunny here, but you can see the clouds are getting darker. Give this a few hours and I bet you this will be a lot different. Anyways, glad I'm through it. Buddy, where are we? We have arrived at the gate. Buddy's not allowed out at the gate. He makes bad choices at the gate. Doesn't stay in the vicinity. He likes to run away here. Don't know why. So he stays in the truck. We have arrived. Now you're allowed out. Now you're allowed out. Okay. You know where you are. There he goes. There he goes. Wander around, sniff everything. Oh yeah, well, you can feel the weather is changing. It's a little bit, sun's trying to come through there, but there are dark clouds in the distance and you can see it starting to cloud over way over there. And that is starting to be a snowy looking mountain. Try to zoom in, give you a shot of that. Nope, won't let me. Made it here safe and sound. Another successful trip. I'm noticing a few spots of oil on the back of the truck here. I think the transfer case is starting to leak oil. It's a sign. Dealing with some leaks. But the old Dodge ran good. Raven is welcoming us. Peaceful and quiet. All right, well, time to get to work. Get this thing unloaded. I loaded up some tools, and now we are headed down to the new cabin, Bunkie 2.0, to carry on with the roofing. That is something I just need to get done. That was the big reason I came up here. So let's go to work. It's starting to rain and it's getting super sketchy being up there. So I just want to get this done as fast as possible. This underlay is waterproof and it does a good job of keeping the rain out. So it should be okay for tomorrow, even if it's raining. But I need to get this on before it starts raining too much today, or else I just can't be up there. And tomorrow I'll deal with it, whatever I get. Well, it's getting dark and it's starting to rain, but that is covered. Big win, big win. Burning season. The rain has come and the brush piles must be burned. Buddy, come here. Hey. Watch out for sparks. Come on. Come here. Early morning. Buddy got out of bed. Buddy got out of bed. Coffee with the kitty. Let's have some coffee with a kitty. Hey? Kitties don't drink coffee. Yeah, you don't like coffee. Nor do you like pancakes. So this trip has been, it was known that the weather wasn't going to be great. And so yesterday I was being chased by the rain just to get the my insulation up. You can't see it underneath the underlayment, but there's insulation there, and I had to get that down, strapping down insulation and get more paper on top of it, which I got done just as it started getting dark and pouring rain. Today I got a good start this morning, and getting, as you can see right there, getting some roofing panels up. Struggling a little bit with it, but it's all fine. And then as I'm looking sort of in behind me here, you can see that weather system is heading this way. So it wasn't supposed to start until about 4 o'clock today, and it's not even noon. So I'm gonna get wet. That is just the reality. Is whatever. It's only an afternoon, so I'll get the rest of the panels. I'm just about half done here. Got a nice fire burning on my back, so started burning brush right beside the cabin, and so at least it can stay warm, although it's not that cold out. But half done here, or just about half done, and yeah, it's coming along. I do have my cat with me, Buddy. There he is. Butter. Hey, where were you? I do get worried when he wanders off sometimes. He doesn't go far, usually within eyesight, but yeah, I don't want him to go too far. Yeah. I've wanted to take these trees down for a while. They're at the top end of the property. Pretty tall. I'd say 120 foot plus. Decent size. The reason I'm taking it is it's dead. And I have my eyes set on this for some lumber. If it's still solid enough, I think it is. It's got some toadstools, what we call toadstools here. So basically a sign of some decay. I don't know why they call them toadstools. I've never seen a toad sit on one. But anyways, that's what they call them. It's been drying. The top of it will make great firewood, and I'll utilize the rest of it for lumber. I have a challenge though. I have to put it, I'd like to get it, let's see here, right there, in between those two trees, kind of down this gully. And this gully is off the road a bit. So I'm gonna have to make a trail up here and drag it out with the bulldozer or excavator or something. But before it snows, I'd like to get this down, this one for sure. So there's actually 3. I think this one's even bigger. That one there is dead as well. It's a big one, another big one. And then there's actually a third one. I'm not sure how, yeah, I could get that one down the hill into the same gully over there, I guess. So anyways, 3 of them here. I don't think I'm going to do them all today. Just want to get this one down, and I thought I would show you. So undercut first. I do a Humboldt undercut. I'll show you what that means, and then I've cleared out a bit of a path here. So I've cleared out all around the tree, and then got a little bit of a pathway out this way once it starts falling. The danger here is that you don't know how solid these tops are. So if you have to wedge it or something starts moving and a top comes falling out of this thing and you're not looking up or you're not running away and you're standing right here, you're in danger bay here. So a few precautions, but here, I'll set the camera up, I'll give it an undercut, and then we'll reset the camera and we'll do the back cut and watch it fall. Okay, well, that saw isn't cutting. It's a very old chain, and definitely not the greatest, but there. Got the undercut, the mouth is open. Well, okay, that was exciting. Kind of missed my mark though. Gonna be a little bit of a challenge getting it out of here, but I think I can do that in 2 pieces probably. And yeah, there she goes. Big bang. A little bit low on my back cut, just a tiny little bit. But not bad, a little rusty. So this tree here, it's got a whole bunch of limbs on this side. It's a bit open over here. And then it hooks. It goes up fairly straight, and then it kind of hooks in. It almost leans back at a little bit here, about 30, 40 feet up, and then it hooks that way. It might stand on me a little bit. I don't know. It might not. Might need a little more love on the wedge. It is rotten, a little more rotten at the butt. I did notice that. So we'll see when we open the undercut up what that looks like. And take it from there. some lemon. Took some limbs off. Nice. Okay. All right, well, got my finger open, so I'm giving a little blood here. It's starting to rain really hard, and it's actually getting so cloudy it's getting dark because of it. So I'll show you the stump here. That one I got better. Still a lot of holding wood, but it kind of needed it, and it's nice and level. Yeah, happy with that. It's getting too ugly out. I'm a fair weather faller. Hey, I know I said I was done for my falling of the day, and I am, but I just want to show something that's super dangerous and definitely needs to be heads up if you ever do any of this kind of work. So let me show you here. So I was just walking down this log, just cutting limbs, cleaning up a bit, and always good to have a head up in the sky. I don't know if you could see that, but that's a cluster of pretty good sized limbs. Like that limb hanging out there, I'd say is at least a 2.5, 3 inch limb, pretty long. If you didn't see that and that came down and walloped you in the shoulder or the head, it would hurt. Might ruin your day. And anyways, that's as far as I'm going down that log. Just a good lesson, heads up, and always look up, and and just as a limb, look at the limbs. Like this is from that tree there, just ripped the limbs right off there, just limbed that tree, did it a favor. That one too, it's gonna grow real tall now, and then just piled them at the ground. Buddy, you know I have fresh water for you, right? You don't have to drink out of a puddle. You crazy critter. Okay, we're gonna load the dirt bike on the back here. So we're at a place we call Big Dog Campsite, and this is our friend's little little corner of the woods here, and it is a gorgeous little spot. We are checking a trail cam, Buddy and I. Hey, Buddy. He likes this spot. Love the colors changing in fall. It's such a beautiful time of year. And here's their little camper they call Shelly. Because it's literally just a shell. But it works very well. They've been here in the cold too and been okay in it. It's got this door that folds out. This part folds up here and kind of creates a bit of a shelter. And then it's right beside this little babbling brook. And you'll see here in a second, it's a nice pond. They've cleaned this area up real well. And it opens up into a decent sized little swimming hole. The creek flows in right there. And the animals love it. Obviously just the water source. And so, oh hey buddy. So I've put a trail camera. It's probably one of the first ones I ever put up is right here, and I already hooked my phone up. I'm gathering the data. I'll show you that. But again, I've said this in other videos, but this camera is only about 2 feet off the ground, and one of the best shots I could possibly get is there's a game trail right here, and they come up this, there's an incline right up there. And so this camera is kind of looking the animals in the eyes. There you can see the cat. I mean, obviously Buddy's very small, but you know, if I get bobcats, even a cougar, you know, you get the face coming up this hill and they're looking straight into this camera. And even the bigger animals, like the larger, like an elk or a moose, I've got some good face shots on this from this camera here. So I'm just downloading. So these are Bluetooth connections, so I don't have to pull a video card out. I've got 31 videos downloading here, and we're on number 22. This is the corner of the property, the bottom corner, and this trail actually takes off, this game trail, and it's an old logging road of sorts, or skid trail, takes off down the hill. And I have put cameras down there too, and it does do very well. But this one I just leave up all the time, and it just keeps capturing. And this time I noticed there was a bobcat here, and then lots of deer and a couple bear. The bears are getting ready for hibernation, so they're getting scarce. Buddy's running around. His hair stands up on the back of his neck like that, or on his spine, and that probably is an indication that there's a smell of other predators around. He could probably smell the bobcat, or maybe a cougar even, males especially, right, leaving their scent, spraying trees and stuff. He gets a smell of that. He knows he's a small fish in a big pond. Yeah, but yeah, he stays close. Smart kitty. Okay, well, this camera's almost done, and that's my last thing I'm going to do here on the ranch this trip up. I just wanted to gather. I haven't checked all my cameras, but this one I just wanted to get and see what I had. Yeah, he must smell something because he is on edge here. Just jumpy. Hey, come here, buddy. Atta boy. Winters are coming. You can see the snow and the hills in the distance.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.